Hi, everyone. Okay, I just wanted to pop on with David, and we're going to tell you a little bit about the Heart Hub and the Soul Hub, why we created the Heart Hub and the Soul Hub, what it's all about, and some of the things that are both in the Heart Hub and the Soul Hub. So, this is my good friend David Rabone, and David is an amazing healer. He teaches meditation, and he's going to be a big part of the Heart Hub, the foundation of this. In many ways, an inner sanctuary, in many ways, a space of healing, alignment, and a space for spiritual development. So, David, I would love you to share a bit about you and a little bit about the Heart Hub and what our aims are for the Heart Hub, and even a wee bit about the Soul Hub as well.
Yeah, okay. All right. So, for those of you who um, attended Sunday Stillness last Sunday, you probably thought, who is this fella? He's just come out of nowhere. Some of you knew me, but a lot of you may have been thinking, who is this fella? So, I've been friends with Eileen for 13 years. I've been doing healing work since 1997. Like most people, I started with Reiki and Sekhem and those light body work and that kind of stuff. But in 2001, I was introduced to this Chinese master called I Ping Wong. I was living in London at the time, and I suppose from an outside perspective, it looked like I was in a cult. Um, but it was the best 4 years training you can imagine. And I didn't realize at the time, but I Ping Wong, she was an extraordinary healer, teacher, spiritual master, just extraordinary. And and the way she worked is kind of the way that I'm kind of leaning into, the way that I want to work, which is holding a field, holding a space, and just allowing healing to occur within that space. Each person is going to receive exactly what they need for the sessions. So after I left London, I left IPing. I did so many different things: NLP, hypnosis, all kinds of things, theta healing, and then when I was in Brazil at a retreat, I met a guy called Damien Wynn. Some of you might know him. He did this thing called light grids. Now, he doesn't do light grids. He's just Damien and he does his thing. Um, and so I did that for quite a few years. And that's kind of when I met Eileen. When I met Eileen, I kind of distanced myself from light grids. There's no connection there. It's just, a timeline thing. Um, and while I was doing that, I was kind of immersing myself in something called quantum entrainment. You've worked with Eileen, so you'll know what quantum entrainment is. And so that was quite a special um, healing modality. I saw some amazing things. So I've not come to this, after just doing a weekend healing course like last month. Yeah, I've been doing this for quite a while. And when COVID hit, I decided to take a step back. Um, and like many people, I think maybe it's just the empath in me. I felt I just needed to retreat for a while. Um, but Eileen has pulled me out of the cave, kicking and screaming, which I'm very grateful for. It's time. It's time for us all to really show up and do our work and be the very best, without sounding cheesy, be the very best version of ourselves that we can be, you know? So, yeah, so that's me. That's where I'm at, and this is what I've brought to the Heart Hub. Oh yeah, and before that, 2019, I started working with Archangel Metatron, which was quite an interesting thing as well. I was able to hold a space and just with intention call on Metatron and Jesus and other beings to come in and do some amazing things, which I did do at the beginning of COVID, all remote healings, which is why we're able, Eileen and I are offering remote healings to the community. So, but we can talk about that later on. Okay, have I said enough,
You have.
Eileen?
So, what are the motives? What do you think the motives, because we're going to talk about this, the motives behind the Heart Hub and the Soul Hub for people? You know, I'm always think David's very good at articulating things in a way sometimes that I'm not always as effective as, explaining. So, the motives that we have behind this and what we think people need at the moment.
Well, what people need is a community, and what community members are clear mirrors for each other, so that they can evolve. They can evolve together. They can share their talents, share their gifts, feel safe and secure, being around and having conversations with like-minded souls. Um, because there are many people out there who are just so asleep still. It's alarming just the just how asleep and unaware people are. So to find people who are on the same wavelength, and for you, Eileen, you're offering these like soul-led business solutions and all of these courses that you offer in the Heart Hub and the Soul Hub. It's a really good thing, and I think building communities now is really important, so that we can feel that we belong and that we can do the work. When people come together, especially in these meditations, the power, the energy that we can generate, and then we can, with intention, spread around the world, even just, spread around your family, and your friends. We're all connected. We're all nodes within you imagine like a three-dimensional matrix, and each node is me, and we're all affecting each other. We're all connected with each other. So if your node, you're fully expressing your divinity, filled up with light, just think of the impact that you're going to have. Now, when we do this in this community, it's multiplied, especially if we're all on board, and we're all investing time and energy into it, and effort. And I think this is what a community is. A community is not just one person, i.e., Eileen. Um, you know, um, we've all got to show up and support, and do our bit, and so that we can, support each other.
Exactly. And I think one of the things is that the reason why we've got the heart part of it is that we all need to be in alignment. We need to take that time for self-care, alignment, rest, and it's part of even a lot of people who would regard themselves as either light workers or people that are, we're trying to support people at this time, and also, do our own healing. So that's part of the foundation of it. It's, a space, because we have to have that balance. I know as a lot as healers, sometimes it's so easy for us to be supporting other people, and we can very sometimes forget about ourselves. So that's an important, and I think now more than ever, the cracks are shown in lots of areas of our lives and society, and that is why the foundation of the Heart Hub is. And one of the reasons that I brought David in, David is a great energetic stabilizer. He has an ability, and even people that wouldn't regard themselves as really into healing and spirituality, even some of my family have commented about how still and calm David has, this energy that is very supportive, and he's sharing his gift, which I think for a lot of, even though David's an empath as well, David knows me very well and how sensitive I am as an empath, and I work with a lot of people that are highly sensitive as empaths, and when you've got someone that is a kind of energetic stabilizer, that can really support the collective. And as David was talking about the nodes, one of the things that I know, being very sensitive and perceptive in relation to people's energy and their gifts is that often when you've got other people in the group with all these different strengths, it brings out more of your own gifts. And it's almost like we're all part of the jigsaw. And all that part makes us all more stronger and more balanced and as David talks about, more in coherence, when we're all in alignment within ourselves. We're far more powerful. And for many, many years, David's known, as long as he's known me, that I've always been big about community and about working in a cooperative way, but it's not always been the case, being able to encourage, people to think like that. But I think that people are recognising that now, that that's the way we need to move forward. And I'm very passionate about helping people live their purpose. And that's why, I'm very big on the soul-led business part. And the Soul Hub is about, it's not just, there's modules, there's lots of things that you can learn in it. But to me, it's also about, I want it to develop. There's lots of ideas that I'm going to do, but it's baby steps. It's like everything. But one of the fundamental things is that I know more than ever things are changing dramatically, and rapidly and in different ways. And when we can, come together, we can come up with all different solutions, ideas, and support each other. And that's what it's all about. It's coming up, and that's why we do it's business growth sessions, but it's brainstorming and co-creation, supporting each other. And then you can bring that into the Soul Hub. So that is the ethos. And I've tried to make it as low cost as possible because it's about trying to get as many people. But obviously I do have costs. There's a lot of things that take a lot of time and a lot of work. But the main thing is about trying to help everyone grow and be sustainable. Is there anything that you want to add, David? Is there anything else?
I was just thinking, what is the difference between the Heart Hub and the Soul Hub? Well, the way I see it, the Heart Hub is an opportunity to just be, to access stillness and become coherent. It's all the same buzzwords that we use, but it's just allowing yourself to rest and to relax so that you can become stronger, more resourceful. We're all, a lot of folk have imposter syndrome because, and people say, oh, you shouldn't have imposter syndrome. Well, the way I see it is if you do have imposter syndrome, it's probably because you're in the wrong lane. You're trying to be someone else.
Yep.
Be yourself. And so the Heart Hub is about helping you. And I'm doing it while I'm holding the space. I'm doing the same for myself that I'm encouraging everybody else to do, just to be yourself and allow through the stillness, through the silence, through the just being, you can access more of who you are, your truth, why you're here, heal your trauma, heal your pain, move forward, move up in vibration so that a higher timeline can find you. The higher timelines. I'm an idealist. Um, Eileen and I have interesting conversations. I'm an idealist. I just think that the future is going to be absolutely amazing. I think we're going to have to go through some turmoil before we get there. But I think we're headed for something really, really beautiful. Well, I am. And so for that timeline to collapse into my experience, I need to raise my vibration. So the Heart Hub, there's a lot of words I've given you there, just my way of expressing it. But the Heart Hub is just to raise your vibration. The Soul Hub is how you express your gifts, your talents, your abilities, your soulful desires with a higher vibration. So that's the connection between the Heart Hub and the Soul Hub. The Heart Hub is a place where you come to rest, rise, raise your vibration, become more self-realized, and it's a lot stronger when we do it in a collective field. And you know, and I'm
And I
sure you've
think
all
we should add that you don't have to join the Soul Hub. You can just join the Heart Hub. So the Heart Hub is open to anyone who wants to come. You don't have to be a healer or a therapist to have any business or anything, and that's why the Heart Hub is there. And there is a monthly subscription and a yearly, so that if you get the yearly, you get a lot of bonuses, and it's the same with the Soul Hub.
Yeah, so for the Heart Hub, I'm going to be doing twice a month Sunday stillness, every second Sunday.
Sunday.
But also, we're going to be holding a remote healing session once a
Once a
week. Is
week.
it Wednesday, Eileen?
Yeah, well, Wednesday, excuse me.
Wednesday evening? Okay. So Wednesday evening, we'll just hold a healing space. Eileen and I will go into meditation and we'll just hold a healing space. But there's only one way you're going to be part of that, and that's by letting us know that you want to receive. Um, so I think actually in the community, there's the more interactive you are, the more points you get. Is that right, Eileen?
Yep, that's correct.
So it's like bonus points. So it's like almost like loyalty points for showing up and contributing and actually being a community member rather than somebody who just signs up. So, because I'm sure you've all got something amazing to share, to teach Eileen and I things that we don't know, to be mirrors for us, because we're all mirrors for each other. We're reflecting back aspects of who we are. So I know that there are some people in the group who are very creative, and have a lot to share, and that's great because it's a community, it's a round table, and
Yep.
everybody has an opportunity to share their uniqueness, their genius, um, and that's a great thing. The more points you have every month, we're going to be keeping a score. It's actually on the website. You can see it. So far, I'm the top scorer because I'm the one who's been.
Well, this week. A few were
Right.
last month, so it
Yeah,
changes about
I know.
depending
Yeah, I
on your
know.
interaction.
I wasn't in it last month, so we're talking about this month. And I'm the top scorer. And do you know what the prize is? The prize is a one-to-one healing session with me. So you're going to have to hurry up and beat me. Otherwise, I'll be giving myself a healing.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Yeah. So every month, the person who has the highest will receive a healing in the Heart Hub. Will receive a healing one-to-one on Zoom with me.
And there's going to be bonuses as well in the Soul Hub again for people. There'll be courses that you can win because there's lots of anyone that knows me. Got loads of courses or maybe one-to-one sessions. So there'll be different things that people can win in the Soul Hub. We're just the thing about this, we're just getting it off the ground. So we're just trying to get the community off the ground. And it's like everything, baby steps. And I know people have been busy through before the Christmas period and whatever. But we want to support you, we want to help you, and that's why the Soul Hub, you can come in if you get business challenges, questions, you're looking for from ideas or things from other people, go in and ask. And the Heart Hub, again, it's a place, even though that's more the kind of more alignment and restful place, it's still a space, as David says, you can share things. And we will be putting different posts up. So watch this space. Would love for you to see you there. And even if you just want to try it out for a month, for instance, you can always cancel your subscription at any time. And it just gives you a chance to try things out.
Mhm.
So is there anything you want else to share, David?
No, I think that's it. I think we've said enough. People, like I said, people probably thought, who is this fella? Where does he come from?
You know, I
Um,
maybe should share, because for anyone new, even though this is going on my channel, just in case anyone new, to get a wee bit of a feel for me, I forgot to share a wee bit about me. So I've been studying healing for 35 years, and I get into it just to do with a lot of health challenges. Studied lots of different types of healing, went down the personal development, done counselling, done coaching, done a lot of holistic therapies, and a lot of my work has been teaching people more than anything. And along that path, I ended up doing a lot of business and marketing for other business owners. So that ended up being always a sideline that I ended up doing. And I always just wanted to help people to live their purpose. And one of the things that I came across, because I had a lot of health challenges, I come across a lot of people who weren't fully in their purpose. I could see their gifts, where they really should be and what they could really be doing. But often they were so maybe afraid of their gifts or not seeing. Sometimes I've been there myself, where we think we have to be something else. And by trying to be something else, or we're so focused on our modality or the way our training school has taught us, that we actually are not sharing who we really are and not owning our gifts. And that's why I'm really passionate about this. And I think it's really important this year, is going to be really important for people to start really honouring their gifts and starting to unlock more of their gifts. So that would be great to see you inside the Heart Hub or the Soul Hub. So I will put some details below, and I'll be sharing more about David and David's work soon. So
I'll
thank
get a
you.
website up sometime this year.
David had took his website down.
I took it down because I did retreat. Like I said, I retreated. I knew I would come back to healing at some point, and uh, and now is the right time.
And maybe I should add, one of the reasons why but I don't just bring anybody that knows me, I don't bring anybody on to work with me or work, and even though I believe in community and things like that. Um, One of the things that I've always, David is a very powerful healer, and he's got a lot to teach. And when I met David, I had worked with lots of teachers, lots of healers, and he opened doors up for me, made me look at things from a completely different perspective, and helped me in so many ways. And I really think that, what he has is, it's one of the things also for particularly healers and therapists and coaches. You know, we're taught a lot of techniques and tools, and it's the next thing and that thing, but sometimes we don't strip it back. And David's work helps you strip it back to the power of who you are and gives you more space. And I think that's so important. So I'd love to see you, we'd both love to see you in the Heart Hum Soul Hub. And it's not just going to be, I forgot to mention, it's not just going to be me and David. There's a lot of
Thank God.
we've got a lot of other guests and what we call founding leaders, but we've kind of slowed down the process of who we're bringing in, just so it's not too much for people at first. So thank you for watching.
Mhm.
Look forward to seeing some of you in the Heart Hub and the Soul Hub soon.
There's lots of
Thanks,
gifted
David.
people out there, lots of gifted people with lots of wonderful, unique gifts to share. My ability, it took me decades to figure out what it was just to hold a healing space. And like, you can um, perceive yourself in limiting ways. I have done in the past. I would, very cheekily call myself a lazy healer because after I had learned all the techniques and whatever, I just wanted to sit there and hold a space. Even when I was doing hypnosis, I put people into a hypnotic trance by not saying a word. It was just holding the space, holding a coherent field so that the person could slip into, an altered state. Um, and my hypnosis teacher had never seen that before. That was a first for her. it's a first for me. Yeah, so I just hold the field. Doesn't look like I'm doing much, but by holding that field of coherence, you um you entrain to that field. You entrain to that, and then you begin to soften. Your channel begins to open, and you will receive more light, more information, more truth of who you are, which is needed.
But inside the hub, we've got lots of gifted people, so you're going to learn from them and you're going to be able to experience lots of different things. So,
Yeah, so it's not just about me. It's not just about me. It's not just about Eileen.
yeah.
Um, we're just,
I'm just the architect in the first part of it, and then,
and I'm just the field holder. I'm just holding the silent strand, just holding the space for Eileen and for everybody who wants to join in. Okay, so I think I've said enough.
Thanks,
Yeah.
David. No, thank you. So you can get any more information, we'll put information below. Bye, everyone. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye.